The topic on everyone's lips right now is the 2023 general elections. With the INEC currently collating election results, you can't help but feel the anxiety amongst Nigerians. With me today is the political editor of the Guardian newspaper, in person of Mr. Muyiwa Adeyemi. Thank you for joining me today.
You're welcome.
What is your assessment of this election last Saturday?
Well, I think the assessment is that Nigerians trooped out to vote, but it's difficult now to say whether they come out, the turnout was massive or not. Because to us, as I always say, we want to, at the end of the day, we want to see the number of Nigerians with PVC that came out to vote. What I'm saying is that I think if you were having up to 83 million people that collected PVC, so we want to know the number of people that came out to vote. That figure will tell us if the turnout was huge or not, or there is still apathy. But for me, with the result trickling in, we can still talk of apathy. That I think we did not get up to the number of people we expected. I think to number of people that ought to come out, and I would not be surprised if at the end of the day, the number of voters we are recording this 2023 may fall short of what we had in 2019. At least there are very major reasons for that. But by and large, it was generally peaceful because we are talking of elections in over 170,000 polling units, and the police said there were skirmishes in less than 50 whatever polling units, according to police. So, but by and large, I think it's fair, and it was peaceful. But whether it's credible or not is the result and the outcome.
Over 300 billion naira was spent by the INEC in this election. Do you think INEC delivered?
It will be difficult for me now to expressly assess INEC, because conducting election in a population and diverse, as diverse as Nigeria is, might not be an easy task. This is one of the largest democracies in Africa, even if not in the world. But by and large, INEC has a lot of money sunk into this project, no doubt about that. And if you have to look at the amount of money and every opportunity, I think, given to INEC, I think some of us are not that impressed, I think, with what we saw last Saturday. Because to me, I went out to see things myself, and with my crew, we started from Oshodi, one of the pickup points at Mafoluku. We got there at around 8:15 or 8:20, around 15:20. We still saw many INEC ad hoc staff struggling to get materials. And those guys slept there. They said they got to that place by 5 p.m. They slept on a mat in an open classroom. Some of them could not sleep. But by 8:20, when we got there, some of them have not been given materials, sensitive materials to go and conduct election. We left the place at about 10 minutes to 9, yet some of them have not collected materials, and the election is supposed to start by 8:30 nationwide.
Yes.
So if by 10 minutes to 9, they've not left the collection center, so what are we talking about? And that's why we rushed to go, because we wanted to cover at least the presidential candidate of APC voting. Tinubu, we thought to vote by 9 o'clock. So we got to his polling unit polling unit 47 in Alausa there. I think by 9, no presence of INEC ad hoc staff. In fact, they got to the place at 10, 3 minutes to 10. That's when they arrived. So if that happened in Lagos, you will not be surprised that in some states, voting did not start at 5 p.m. You will not be surprised that if some polling units, voting did not start until 10 p.m. So if in Lagos, here, I think as Mafoluku, Oshodi here, as central as it is, Even the Kenya year that election did not start until 10:30, 11. What do we not talk of riverine areas? What we talk of places you have to climb hills. So we expected INEC to perform better than what we did. Again, many Nigerians surprised that yes, Beaver worked to a greater extent, and the Beaver gave us the kind of result we are seeing today that it surprised many. It's because of Beavers. It's not because of Beavers. It couldn't have been like that. So let's give kudos for them to have deploy Beavers for this election. But by and large, their inability to make their high rev work, that is electronic transmission of results right from the polling unit, yes, that they had to delay their issue statement. No, with money spent on technology, it is not rocket science. With the money spent, with the expectation Nigerians expected, I think that as done in some off-season elections in Ekiti and the Osun State, that from polling units, at least they capture the results already everywhere in the world. They expect this one to be like that. For not being like that, I think I'm sure some people are contesting that as I'm talking now. So that's why. But with so much money at least expended on this project, no, Nigerians deserve more than yes, what we got from them.
Yes, I was coming back to that. Beavers was introduced in this election by the INEC. Would you say this election was a digital or still a manual one? Because we were supposed to have a digital election.
No, more or less a digital election. Digital, yes, because there was no manual accreditation. You understand? There was no manual accreditation. All the accreditation, the Electoral Act of 2022 has nullified manual. Had it been manual accreditation were allowed, there will be ballot stuffing. Okay. You understand? There will be ballot box stuffing. You understand? Because you say, okay, because we could not capture your face, so we are using incident form to write down your name. So that's why they write name that of those who were not alive or who would not have come to vote. Do you understand? Yes. So, but with this one now, everything, all the recreations were done by the Beavers, so that you can be checked tomorrow to know how many people voted, how many people were accredited at each polling unit. Do you know what I'm saying? So, at least to that extent, it might not be perfect. Do you understand? But you know, this one is for manual.
Oh, okay. For previous weeks to the election, we Nigerians experienced fuel scarcity and naira scarcity as well. Do you think naira scarcity has curbed vote buying, especially in this election?
You know, I think it will be difficult to say categorically because vote buying, more or less, when I'm talking of inducement, it's not only by money. There are many ways you induce voters. All right. Yes. I'm coming. There are many ways you induce voters. Some people use food to induce voters. Do you understand? Some people use promises to induce voters. Do you understand? And I'm telling you the truth. Some used a kind of a code that if you voted for them, yes, some states, they will give you a paper. It's like a code, and then once you get home, type that code into your phone. Do you understand? You receive 5,000 naira.
Wow.
So who will see that? Do you understand? It takes its time to note it. Many people didn't see it. So after voting, they just give you a paper. Nothing in the paper. When you get home, load that on your phone. Do you understand? And the 5,000 dropped to your phone.
Yes. Going back to the Beavers conversation, Nigerians witnessed. It was allegedly witnessed that there were a lot of underage voters in the north. Do you think the Beaver system should have dictated this, or what's your take on the fall? Because people had different problems with the Beavers. It could not accredit some people as well. What's your take on Beavers falling short in these areas?
It will be difficult for me to speak for INEC on why Beavers could not capture some people. Yes. No, but they had initial problem capturing. But there are two ways they capture people. They will still capture you. You understand? Either through face or through your thumbprints. Yes, there's whatever. You understand? So, which signal that you are the same person. No matter billions we are in the world, you understand? Our thumbprints are not the same. You understand? So, if the face did not come up, the finger work. And I know that some some prominent Nigerians that maybe their face, they did not capture their faces, they use their thing, you know.
Yes. Why do you think the INEC is finding it hard to upload this result on time? There's been some excuses.
People were just making issue out of none. The electronic transfer is at the discretion of the INEC.
Okay.
It's at their discretion. And if for one reason or the other, that portal could not take what they wanted it to take, that cannot still invalidate the election. Do you understand? But you have the right, at least to say, this is, after loading it, this is the result from my polling unit. As an agent, you have a copy of the result with you. And if you see anything contrary to what eventually uploaded, at least you'll be challenged. Do you get a point? So, but what I'm saying is that it's already there. Do you understand? All the agents, after election, the agents will sign copies, and they will have copies. And the same copy which INEC will also have. Do you understand what I'm saying? And if any agent of any political party, at the end of the day, come with facts that what was loaded or recorded for his party different from what he has in his hand, I think there's a channel, at least to address that one.
Yes. The next question. INEC has been collating results, and we've seen results of some states in the southwest as well as in the east. These people voted for two different people. Would you say they voted based on tribe?
You know, to say they voted on tribe could be yes and no. In Lagos, do you understand? The election in Lagos could go the way it's going for three major reasons. One, there were a lot of anger in Lagos State by the youths.
Yes.
The EndSARS matter. Do you understand? And the EndSARS matter made many youths to kick against the establishment. Tinubu is part of establishment. It's the ruling party. Do you understand? So many youths on their own, as they didn't want anything. Do you understand? One. And they got a lot of support also for another ethnic group. Do you understand? That also thought is their turn. So it's a combination of the angry youths. There are plenty, there are many, with a section of the country that also have legitimate right to the presidency for not having it since these days. So they were combined together. And thirdly, the seemingly harsh policies of the APC government, whether you like it or not. Whether you are blaming Buhari, you are blaming Emefiele, there is APC that's in government. Do you understand? You know what Nigerians have been facing in the last at least 8 or 9 weeks. Do you understand? As if. So if at the election period, at least APC could not bring out policies, even to cushion the effect of hardship. So that is the period they increased it. No, people must react. And this is as a result of the reaction.
In this Saturday's results, Labour Party won APC in a stronghold. What did you expect this at all, and what does this mean for the governorship coming race?
You know, the governorship election is going to be another...
March 11th.
Yes, it's going to be another game entirely.
Okay.
All right. I'm only saying this, right? No, the kind of forces that worked against Tinubu, those forces may not work against Sanwo-Olu. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, can you explain that, sir?
Now, the forces were against Tinubu. Do you understand? We had many forces. And because an ethnic group in Lagos Do you understand? Saw an alternative that is their own. Do you understand? In Peter Obi. Do you understand?
For presidency.
For presidency. But tell me an Igbo man that is contesting for the governorship that they will come out en masse to come out. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm coming. Tell me, who is going to galvanize or what was a galvanize will be for any of these contestants in the Lagos State? I'm not saying that these people don't have integrity or capacity to spring surprises, but I'm saying that there's no two elections that are the same. Each election comes with its characteristics, do you understand, and factors. So the factor that played out in presidential election certainly, not only in Lagos State, in other states of the nation, what played out in presidential election may not play because each politics is local.
Oh yes, I do understand that most of the contestants running for governorship in Lagos are not from distinct tribes, but you mentioned that the youths especially are angry at the government for some previous reasons. I'm just asking if these same reasons are going to affect the governorship election.
Are these youths angry with the Lagos State government? No. They're angry with the federal government.
Okay.
Do you understand? The NSAS that culminated into this crisis, do you understand, is NSAS a creation of a Lagos State government. The police under the federal government. Oh, no, I'm only telling you. Do you understand? All the crises you saw everywhere throughout southern part of the country. Do you understand? We blame any governor for that. Some governors are begging them. Some governors join them on the street to identify with them. Yes. So that's going to be a different ball game. So let all the contestants for Lagos governorship election go to the field and work as if nothing has happened.
Okay. Are there any surprises to look forward to in this coming week after the winner is announced? The presidential election winner is announced.
I think I'm not expecting any surprise, but what we can just tell people is, especially the leaders, should watch what they say, not to instigate people into violence. Like what little we experienced in Lagos, I think that some miscreants just wanted to, for no reason, this is a national election, right? And even in 1999, Obasanjo became the president by losing his polling units. He lost his ward, he lost his council, he lost his state, he lost his whole region, the western region, and he became the president. Because the president of Nigeria is being voted for across almost 179,000, or almost about 180 polling units across 36 states of federation, including Abuja. So that somebody is losing Lagos does not mean he has lost the election. Wait, if he has lost the election, will I move for? I think as a Democrat.
No, I think Nigerians.
Once you lose, start preparing. No, once you lose, start preparing. That's election for you, right? It's like a game. Will you say if you support Baka, you support Man U because your team lost, then you want to burn the stadium? You want to play another game tomorrow? And those people who want to go out to the streets there, how many of the children of the candidates are on that street with them? That's the truth. Until Nigerians begin to think, the election should not, let's say, your tribesman or your person come. Now, when Buhari is currently the president of Nigeria, are they buying rice cheaper than any other person in Daura? Are they buying soap, or are they getting naira in Daura than another person?
I do understand. Nigerian youth needs to know that violence doesn't solve the problem, and if you affect one person, you might be affecting a lot of people. So keep in mind, we need to keep calm in these times. Yes, I want to ask you, if you were to predict, would you predict an outright win for this election collation, or you predict a rerun for the presidential election winner?
I don't see rerun.
Oh, okay. Why would you say that?
At least with what at least we have access to. Well, not officially.
I think they've done about 17 states.
So if they've done, I don't see wrong. No, I think from beginning, I think I have said it at several fora that I don't see it wrong.
Yes.
And there won't be wrong. There won't be wrong.
Yes.
So you can quote me that for this presidential election, there is not going to be a wrong. A clear winner will emerge.
Yes. Do you envisage a legal challenge by any of the losing parties? Do you think
there is going to be plenty of that. Okay. And the Nigerians should know that an election is a process.
Okay.
It started from pre-election to election and post-election. And everything about politics is conflict and order. Anybody who has any reason to dispute, to disagree with the outcome of this election, there is tribunal to go and resolve the matter. So I expect many people who have facts for not accepting results in their area. Do you understand? At least to tender it to their party agent. If you have any evidence that the election conducted in my polling unit has been tilted, has been rigged, contact your polling, your party agent or whatever now, present those documents. So your lawyers will put those documents together at the tribunal. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's judiciary is the one that will finalize this election. Maybe at the Supreme Court. So what I'm saying that if a lower court, the tribunal did not give you justice, you go to appeal, you go to Supreme Court. And we have seen sort of that in this 1999. Some people that thought their their mandate were stolen, they eventually got it back in the court. So that's why we are saying there is no reason for using your fist.
Yes.
There's no reason for violence, and there's no reason to bomb public property or just to kill somebody for this election, because there's a process and there's opportunity at least to ventilate your anger and for the court at least to look at any misgiving.
Yes, thank you very much. Most of your answers were very insightful. Thank you very much for joining us today. Yes, continue to follow our coverage on the election at Guardian.ng or any of our social media pages at Guardian Nigeria across our social media pages. My name is Lois Oguni for Guardian TV. Bye for now.